Beast Druid, and if the Beast Druid really receives a 1 mana 2/2 beast, that's pretty good, right? What about the Firelands Portal? What about this? 5 damage, that would be 4 mana. Nah, that would be very borderline, but it's a spell, so 4 mana 5 damage, maybe it would be borderline. But you also summon random 5 cost minion, but I think the 5 cost minions are barely 5/5, right? The card, yeah, it's a good card, yeah, sure. You can just burst and you pay 3 mana more, so you would expect 3.5 more, but you get a 5/5. And that aligns also perfectly into the 6 mana guy, right? So you can play the 6 mana guys and the 7 mana guys. And ta-da, you suddenly have a tempo mage. Which curves out with the Flamebakers, with the Sorcerer's Apprentices, basically what you have already there. You also saw my tempo mage build, right, with the 6 mana dudes. If you can put the 7 mana card also into the deck, ta-da, and you have your tempo mage. Whether we are happy about that? Probably we aren't, like what? It'd be another stupid tempo deck, where you just have to play the card, boo, 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 and then you random you some minions. That reminds me a little bit on a specific card. Yeah, and great, another random effect, and another OP random effect. That's even better. I love random. I love OP random effects. That is my oh yes, and that is how we learn from the past. Just pushing no, guys. I don't know. I really don't know about that one. But we also had some other cards, right? Okay, let's take a look at these cards, at the new cards. So what do I see here? Whoa, Firelands Portal, sick! 7 mana, 5 damage. Hey, finally they printed some card which is good for the mage. Seriously. I mean, if you take a look at it, the mage is with 6% a little bit underplayed class. So it really required a strong powerhouse card. Let's see what this is. Maybe it might be played. Oh, geil! Firelands Portal, that's super cool. Look at this. And not a stupid card which only deals damage. No, finally the mages are forced to also play minions. That card must be good for the game for sure. I'm so sure that this card is such a nice card. And you can also think about it so much. 7 mana, and then you can exactly figure out the position where you would need a random 5 cost minion, and you can also elaborate which kind of minion range you could or you might have, and then you can choose exactly the perfect positions and situations where you apply this card. Very skill heavy, very good for the game. Okay. So something like this, right? So what's that? 2 mana, you would expect a 3/3 beast? No. A 3/3 beast would be extremely good for 2 mana. So you probably expect 2.8 beast, I guess. So what is this? A death rattle of 3/2 is 2.3. Because it's a beast, it's probably 2.5. Maybe 2.6. But it's a death rattle, so it's probably worth 2. Maybe it's less, maybe it's more. And this is alone, so then it's 1 plus 2 is 3, but you would expect 2.8. So it's a good card, especially because it's a beast. Maybe because it's a beast, yeah. Really good card. Hunter definitely gains with this one. Also, just don't even dare to compare this with the with the 4 mana dude. This is exactly also what Hunter needed, the 2 mana drop. That's exactly what Hunter needed. Yeah, don't even compare this with this 4 mana nonsense here with the 3/3. Just like it's the 3/3 is 2 mana more for +2/+2 stats. The death rattle is worse, and the death rattle occurs less often, and 4 mana is less needed than 2 mana. So this is strictly dominating the 4 mana. Okay. This is Cerebral Peddler. 5 mana, 5/6, that's standard. A little bit weaker than standard. Reduce the cost of cards in your hand from other classes. It's a rogue card, or what is it? Yeah. So that's to compensate for the for this crap burgle, right? The burgle is like the burgle is so bad, and now they try to fix it. It's okay, so I like it if they do that, yeah. It really looks like a very, very intelligent card design. See, no, I'm not ironic, I really like it, because Rogue is also like a class which steals, and Burgle was completely unplayable. And And it's completely like not even close. Like the mega rubbish. Like it's unbelievable. And the Azure Peddler, if you can deduct one card, well, probably Burgle will still be unplayable. At least you can play it twice. You Burgle the cards. If every Burgle card would be reduced by one, Burgle would be a good card, right? Maybe. And with this card, you can reduce it by 2, but you also need to have it in your hand. Maybe you can, because you can play it twice. Maybe there will be some options. And this is like for Death Rattle, right? With this card, you will be way more able to play Death Rattles, because it's good with Death Rattles. Very good. Sylvanas, Cairn, even the 1/1 who gives you a 5/5, I don't know. Maybe you can play Reno. This really fits nicely into Reno Death Rattle, right? There will be definitely, let's say, usage for him. And this is also interesting, right? The beast is like 1 mana dragons, 1 mana Murloc is 1 mana. Probably not. You probably won't be able to use him. Oh, it's also torn over, okay. Okay. Then it's interesting. To be honest, I don't know. But it's a very interesting thing. But it looks a little bit random. I don't think that you can build a deck onto him. But maybe he will be good enough to be played in some decks. In which ones? Probably in the decks. We would need to make a stat analysis. But I think in general, might be okay. Right. The 5 damage can also go face. Yeah, that's also nonsense. We want to say something about Zap. We missed that. So Zap against Druid is awesome. Zap against Hunter is okay. It's decent, yeah, for sure. You can zap enough. That's good. Against Mage, it's a little bit underwhelming, but you can zap Freezing Elemental. So against Paladin, it's very good. Or good. Against Aggro Paladin, not that much. Priest doesn't matter. Rogue, against it, it's all decent. Against Shaman, it's decent. I guess you just need it. Against Warrior, it's not that good. I mean, sometimes you can zap the 6 mana guys. We are still looking for the Priest card, right? There was some announcement for the ultimate test. But they are probably so strong that they cannot be revealed yet. What a pity. What a pity. And what should it be? In my opinion, Priest is super bad the first few turns in the game. So, if they would like to do Priest a favor, they should probably just give him, there was like, basically what they did in earlier times. There was this 3 mana 3/4, which something like this. 3 mana dude, 2 mana dude, which is very strong. Very strong, not super OP, but you get the point. I hope that they don't give it something like big OP. Like big OP expensive, I mean. Because that would be another nonsense. If you give Priest a card which is like expensive and super OP, then it can only be unbalanced in the one or the other direction. What I'm talking about is either it's too weak, then Priest is still unplayable, or it's too strong. But in order to balance Priest with an expensive card, it would probably wreck completely any kind of control deck. Standalone. What would a card need to do for Priest in order to become viable if it's expensive? What should it do for 7 mana, for 6 mana? 6 mana, win the game. I don't know, yeah. But it must be something very sick because, because you know how strong Priest is. But I missed the Paladin card, is there some? I ruined that. I hope we won't see too much of boring Nezot Paladin. I mean, Nezot Paladin is okay, but it really plays without it. It's not fun and interactive, I would say. And this plays, it looks like a good card. I don't know. It's like, let's just take a look at the possible spells or how much they cost on average. And it's at least cards we have to think about, so that's okay. So, what is it? 7, 16, 24, 36. Oh. Did I not do the space? 7. Whatever. 80, and that goes with. So an average 3, but you can of course discover more. So probably you can, if you try hard, you can probably heal yourself for 5 or something, and you get a card or what. So 6 mana 4/4, you give it 5, that's probably worth 2 mana, and you get an additional card. Yeah, it's probably a good card, yeah. It's for sure a good card. Nah, but it's not OP at all. It's definitely, well, 5. I mean, you usually don't, let's say that these are all, you will never get 3 of those. So let's just assume you will probably pick something in the higher range. And what is these? What are these? Oh no, then it's oh, not really. Or how often do you get these spells if you discover? You said something about 12%, right? So if you run this Ivory Horse, you have the 12% chance to get this if you run Murloc decks. Weird. I don't know. Let's do